All right. Happy Tuesday, everyone. This is Lisa Marie at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. Always happy to have everyone on board. Looks like we have a good group here. Um, and Dave Pimper is joining us today as our presenter. Um, I love Dave. He's one of my favorite people. I've known him for a while here, and he is one of our top producers and knows his stuff when it comes to Social Security and other things as well. So I'm just going to go over a few things for insurance agency marketing itself. Um, One of the things that we have available to our new producers is our new producer builders program, where you get some marketing bonuses, marketing dollars or bonuses for submitting some new business. Uh, you'll notice at the 500,000 level and the 750,000 level that Dave has some things on there that could help you pay for as well, like postcard mailing, Dave Pimper seminar, um, Retirement Boss Radio, 2 Social Security seminars, things like that. You can take those marketing dollars that we give you and really grow your business with it. So really reinvest into your business to help you grow even more. We have so many ways to help you build your business. We have our referred producer program, just like you, who relies on referrals to help you grow your business. We love getting referrals, and I see our attendee list. I see at least a couple of you that have referred a producer to us, and we appreciate it so much. If you love the level of service you get from IAMS Share the Wealth, you get a bonus when your referral's first piece of business is paid, when they contract, when their first piece of business is placed. Heavens to Betsy, we're having a morning. And then you also get extra, kind of an override, if you'd like to call it that, on what they place. Now, it's not taking away from them at all. They still get their full, um, their, their full amount of money from what they get, but we add to it. That comes from us. We also have marketing reimbursement, where we give you some extra marketing dollars towards your business. We only make money if you're making money, so it's our job to make sure that you succeed. We are coming up on a Life and Annuity Academy this week that's all full, but we have another one coming up in June. So give me a call to get those dates and locations. We have one coming up June, I think it's the 7th through the 9th here in Omaha. So, give me a shout. Those are an amazing opportunity. Firelight, always big fan of Firelight applications, saves you a lot of time. We have some great marketing solutions, some turnkey solutions, agency solutions, digital solutions, any kind of marketing issue you have, we know how to solve it. Retirement Analyzer is a great software program. You can get a few days free to give it a shot. Our top producers trip, Seaside Sanctuary in Kiowa Island, is coming up. This is going to be amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful place near Charleston. All right, I kind of rushed through those last slides because I know that Dave is here, and I want to get to the good stuff.
How are you doing, Lisa Marie?
I'm doing great. How are you today, Dave?
Doing fine. Yeah, it's going to be a fun webinar today.
Yes, it is. I'm going to see if I can. Did you want me to? I'm going to try to give you the keyboard and mouse control. If it doesn't work for you, just holler at me, okay? Because I
Yeah,
know I
that's
had
fine.
trouble
No
with that
problem.
before.
Okay, no problem.
There we go.
Yep, I think I got her. I think I got her here. Very good. Yeah, yeah. Let me say, my name is Dave Pimper, and I've been around for a long time. So I started in 1981, July the 9th of 81. So coming up on my 42nd year of being in the business, and I certainly worked the insurance and mainly through annuities, fixed, indexed, fixed, a little bit of IUL, but also from the investment side. And how I drive a lot of traffic is through Social Security claiming seminars. Had a 2 weeks ago. I had a Social Security seminar. We got 16 appointments out of that one. I have a 2-night seminar. One was last night in South Omaha Library, and we got 7 appointments. So I would hope that we'll get another 4, 5, 6 appointments again tonight. So we should, if we can get above 10 appointments giving a seminar, I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, in fact, I'm very, very happy. I'm a
I
big
forgot to
believer.
mention
Yeah.
something, Dave.
Oh,
I
go
forgot
ahead.
to
Go right
mention
ahead.
to our attendees here, if you come up with any questions as we're going through things, type those in. We will have time for questions at the end, so please type in your questions.
Yeah, good point. Good point. We don't take them verbally just because there's, as you can see, we got a bunch of people on the line with us today, so that's wonderful. So this is a 30-minute webinar. This is not a long webinar. It's kind of jam packed, talking about Social Security and maybe how it can help your business. So let's get started. This slide, I like this slide. It's from CNBC from Sarah O'Brien, and this is word for word. It says most retirees get little advisor help on Social Security. So it says the majority of older Americans get no professional advice about a key part of retirement planning, Social Security, even if they work with a financial advisor, a recent study concluded. Isn't that wild? And remember, most advisors, I mean, there's only like 1 out of every 25 advisors really understand something about Social Security claiming. And that really puts us into a good situation. So and take let's go in and take a test. Let's see. Let's see just how much you know about Social Security claiming. So we're going to do those pretty quickly here, so we don't bog down in time. But it says to maximize your monthly Social Security checks, at what age must you claim benefits? To maximize your monthly Social Security checks, at what age must you claim benefits? Write your answer down. Take this test with me. Answer is not full retirement age, but it is 70. You just want the one biggest check. It's wait to age 70. What's the earliest age you can receive survivor's benefits if you're not disabled? What's the earliest age you can receive survivor's benefits if you're not disabled? The answer is, write it down, 60. Okay. Does your spouse need to receive benefits for you to qualify for spousal benefits? That's an interesting question. Does your spouse need to receive benefits for you to qualify for spousal benefits? Yay or nay? They do. Question 4, can divorced spouses receive spousal benefits? It gets tough now. Can divorced spouses receive a spousal benefit? Yes or no? Answer is yes. But there's 4 stipulations that have to be met. And if you get 2 of those right, I'm going to give this to you. What has to line up here for you to get that? Can divorced spouses receive spousal benefits? Yes, they can if those 4 things happen. If you can guess 2 of them, I'm going to give them to you. Okay? Well, here's the first one. Your marriage has to last 10 consecutive years. You are currently unmarried. Your spouse can be married. X at least 62, divorced 2 years ago or longer. Yep. Those are the 4 things. You got 2 of those and said yes. I'm going to give that question to you. And lastly, here's my last question. Are you eligible for survivor's benefits if you're divorced? Can you get survivor's benefits if you're divorced? Yay or nay? Yeah, you can. Now, how'd you do on that quiz? That's a 5-question quiz. Only 1 in 300 of the average Joes and Josephines could get that right. And there's one, I think the first question is a little bit tricky. The biggest benefit. A lot of people say FRA, full retirement age, but it's not. It's age 70. But how'd you do on that? If you got 1 or 2 or 3 right, then you probably need some coaching. You probably need some help. But I'll tell you what, understanding and really knowing Social Security, it's a big, big, big arrow in your quiver because 94% of all Americans have a Social Security benefit. There's 3 ways that you can get coaching from Dave Pimper with Insurance Agency Marketing Services. That's why I work through proprietary, and I solely work through them. First of all, we do seminars. I mean, I pay $2,950. The thing about that is this is Facebook marketing, which I never really thought would work well. I'm telling you what, we had 15 people yesterday, and we'll have 10 plus people tonight. We'd like to get 25 to 30 people between two nights. But I got 7 appointments, and I'm going to get over. I'm going to get 3 to 4 to 5 more appointments tonight, so I'm going to have over 10 appointments, which is great. That brings 2 weeks ago I got 16 appointments, so that's 26 appointments. First appointments, 26. And you wonder. I mean, I'm a good producer. I'm not the biggest producer because I work with the common money, but I work at 2, 3, 400,000 all the time. I mean that's kind of my probably 3 to 400,000 is really kind of my sweet spot. Okay, but that you can, if you take Social Security seminars and you want to go and get in front of people, and that's how you learn Social Security is to actually the implementation of it. Yeah, $2,950. We guarantee 35 signups. If you don't get 35 signups, we start giving your money back. That doesn't mean every signup will come, but we're guaranteed 35 signups. You get coaching from me, 3 coaching sessions. IAMS pays me. They stipend me to coach you. You got full availability to me and my crew, Lynn, Natalie, and Amy. I mean, they support our coaching efforts here. Lynn is the mainstay on that. She's brought on board as our marketing manager. And then you can use me down the road if you got questions, anything to do with Social Security Financial Services. I'm kind of that board of directors on your team. So that's your 3 Social Security claiming sessions are paid for. How about Retirement Boss Radio? Yeah, it's a little more expensive, but if you never thought about radio, I will tell you what, boy, it's a great. Just go on the weekends, Saturday, Sunday. The insurance agents or wealth managers that are on that, I bet you anything they've been very successful. I've had my own radio show now for about 15 years. Been in radio I did an ending mark report for another 14, 15 years, so over 30 years on the radio. We also coach you up on Social Security. It brings in about 35% about a third of all of our leads come in from Social Security. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Cost is going to be normally between $3,500 and $4,500 a month to be on. It's a recorded show for an hour called Retirement Boss Radio. It's trademarked, and we've got it throughout the U.S. So there certainly are cities that are open. Or if you don't want any marketing, I just want to learn Social Security Day from you. 4 coaching sessions for $800. They're one-on-one. They're with me. You get about 18, 19 attachments with that. Yeah, pretty cool. So those are the 3 ways you can learn and get coached up on Social Security. How important is it? 59% of retirees count their Social Security benefit as their major source of income. Not a major source, the major source of income. It's a big deal. 40% of all Americans would be destitute if it wasn't for Social Security. They're not going to do away with it. 94% of the people have a Social Security benefit upon retirement. Listen, this comes from USA Today from Janet Herron about 3 years ago. It says, doing this one thing with your Social Security could mean losing $100,000 in retirement. $100,000 in retirement. How much does claiming Social Security at the wrong time cost you? Bullet point 2, retirees will lose an average of $111,000 in income per household over their lifetime. Why? Because they took Social Security benefits at the wrong time. And overall, only 4% of retirees took Social Security at the financially optimal age. Is that just bizarre? And it isn't always just waiting to 70. Your financial optimal age, it may depend on what your health is, what your expenses are, what your other income streams are, what your asset base is. What do you want to do? How's it coordinate with your spouse or your ex-spouse? What happened to your survivor spouse? Remember, the Social Security Administration cannot give you advice. They can't ask you any of those. They can't ask you hardly anything. They can give your highest benefit at a certain age. At 62, they can tell you if you claim 62, here's how much you get. 66, here's how much you get. 68, here's how much, And again, it varies a little bit whether you continue to work and so forth, but they're very good at telling you a specific amount at a specific age. But the scenario plan, I might work part time. I mean, I have had cancer, and even though it's come back, I think it's going to be in remote. All those things come into play. And that's what makes us unique because we can give advice. When's the last time you saw Social Security giving an educational seminar on Social Security? Never. They can't do it. If you got a question, type it in. I'm going to be more than happy to answer those for you when we're done. Any question on Social Security or about the marketing of it, absolutely just type it in. Social Security started with the Social Security Act by Franklin Delano Roosevelt in 1935. First check issued in 1940. There's only one age you could take Social Security, age 65. That's what messes people up. They think because you have to take Medicare, you got to take Social Security. No, you can take as early as 62, as late as 70. I was asked yesterday in the seminar, do you have to take a 70? No, you don't. Everybody thinks you do, but no, you don't. You don't get any benefit, but you're not forced to take. They kind of help you don't take. Back when Social Security was started, the average age of longevity was age 62 for man and woman combined, age 62. And they gave you a check at 65. How do you like them odds? Pretty wild, huh? Yep. COLA started in 75. Only 3 years there hasn't been a cost of living adjustment or inflation. 2010, 2011, and 2016. The Social Security tax depends. If you're above a certain bracket on provisional income, your modified adjusted gross income plus half of your Social Security, all of your municipal bond interest. Yeah. If you're married filing jointly, it's 32,000. If you're that figure's about 32, you're gonna 50% of your Social Security's taxed. If it's about 44, 85% of it will be taxed. Bill Clinton raised it in 93, up to 85 can be taxed. There's still 15% that's not taxed. There's big changes every year. There's big changes every 7 to 10 years. Last one was 2015, implemented 1/1 of 16 on the Bipartisan Budget Act, where they did away with file and suspend in 6 months. It restricted application actually in 8 years, which is the end of this year. If you wanted just to know the basics of Social Security, here it is. You got 3 ages or dates that are important to you. Everything starts from full retirement age. That's where you get your full benefit, not your largest, but your a full benefit, 100% of your benefit, or called the normal benefit. If you take earlier than that, you can take as early as 62, 4 to 5 years early. It's going to be reduced for life. That's the bad thing. Good thing, you get money now. I'm 68. I'm delaying. Yeah, I get delayed retirement credits or 8% guaranteed by the U.S. government. Of course, inflation is on everyone's benefit, whether you're compounding. Well, inflation, if once you're over 62, you get the full inflation. If you're under 62, it actually is a much watered down inflation. But yeah, mine's growing leaps and bounds with this high inflation rate. Plus, I throw 8% on top of that. Bad thing is I'm not getting any money. Good thing I'm not paying any taxes. Bad thing I'm not getting any money. Good thing is my turnout is going to be big. Yeah. So that's it. Take early, discounted. Wait longer, full retirement age, it increases. Okay. Can Social Security have a huge value? Darn right it can. If you claim at your right time, not the right time, not a right time, but your right time and live long enough to be able to enjoy it. $2.85 trillion in the trust fund. Second year in a row was down 56 billion, barely down, but it was down. Pandemic was the main reason last year was down because a lot of people quit and took Social Security and took it earlier than they thought. A lot of those folks are going back to work. I heard 25% of the workforce is back to work now. That did take off during the pandemic. They found out it might be a little tougher to make it than they thought. But I'll say this: we haven't ran a deficit for years and years. Last year was the first year in about 39 years. So trust fund's going to run out in about 12 years, and that's when they say bankrupt. They're talking about the trust fund. But how is Social Security? How do you pay Social Security? By payroll taxes, isn't it? By FICA, Federal Insurance Contributions Act. Same thing as payroll taxes. Pay you 6.2% for federal, or 6.2% you pay, 6.2% your employer pays. Lots of people call Social Security an entitlement program. It's not. I mean, we're paying into it. Government, this private sector that runs the trust fund. They're either going to raise the age or raise the age, or they're going to raise the taxation. I'm in favor of raising age. I think we're taxed enough. Is it a pay-as-you-go system? You darn right it is. 6.2% employer. A lot of people say that Social Security is a Ponzi scheme because the government does borrow against the bonds that are purchased. So special issue Treasury bonds, they are purchased or loaned against the U.S. government is backing from IOUs. So that's what backs it. Gold doesn't, silver doesn't. But that doesn't bother me a bit because that's what backs currency. We haven't got a gold standard or silver standard now. No. Full faith and credit. It's not a Ponzi scheme, I'll assure you. You need 40 quarters of coverage. Right now, it's done off of income, so $1,610. That is a quarter of coverage. That's $6,440. On January 1, if you make $6,440 in 2023, you just earned yourself the minimum, but they are 4 quarterly credits. 4 quarterly credits. You need 10 years of those to get to 40. What happens if you have 39? You get a partial payment? Nope. All or none. Got to have 40. So it's the earnings over your working career, the 35 highest inflation adjusted years. So just because you had 23,000 back 40 years ago, might have been one of your higher years, inflation adjusted. Remember, COLA this year 8.7, last year 5.9, 2 highest years in nearly 40 years. If you got any questions, type them in. Remember that full retirement age? Yeah, if you're born from 43 to 54, full retirement age is 66. I was born at 55. Steps up 2 months. If you're born at 56, 4 months. 57, 6 months. 1960 or later, 67 is full retirement age. Newborn born today, 67. Probably will change in the future, but it's 67 now. If you take early, it's reduced. You take it 62, depending on when your full retirement age is, but it's going to be reduced anywhere from 25 to 30%. Spousal benefit taking early is discounted anywhere from 30 to 35%. So it's even more if you take early. There is quite a bit of penalty in your income amount if you take early. Got to think about that. If you wait later, like I did, get a load of this. My full retirement age benefits around right at $3,000 bucks. So last year, from 66 years and 2 months, my full retirement age is 66.2 to 67.2. It's guaranteed to grow 8%. Simple, 8%. But then you throw the 5.9% COLA. Now I'm at 13.9%. We'll go figure it out. 13.9% on $3,000. Yeah, it grew $400 for me last year. How about this year? Yeah, I got a month and a half to be my full second year of delayed retirement credits. I got 8%. I got 8, and then I got another 8.7 COLA. 16.7. Go add it up. Remember, it's simple. It's not compounded. So on $3,000, raised another 500. My benefits gone up over $900 in 2 years. Not just a mini pension. That's a pension. Some companies you would have to work 10, 15 years to get that kind of pension. Not Social Security. When inflation is the way it is. Delayed retirement credits. Wow. Get them up to the age of 70. So let's talk about Social Security benefits with spousal. Okay. So first of all, do you have to ask for spousal benefits, or is it given to you automatically? Most people say you got to ask for them. You don't. It's given to you automatically. It's called the deeming rule. D-E-E-M-I-N-G, deeming. So Dave's primary insurance amount, that's the amount at full retirement age. That's the dollar amount at FRA. $2,400. Amy's PIA is $1,000. Dave takes his, Amy takes hers. The high one gets theirs. The low one has an option. She can take all of hers, which is $1,000, or half of Dave's is 2,400. Either or, can't take them both. All of hers is 1,000. Half of Dave's is 1,200. Half of 2,400. Which one's she going to take? Well, it's deemed. It's done automatically. Even if she doesn't want to take the higher one, she has to. She gets $1,200. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Spousal benefit works the very same if she never had worked, never had any kind of benefit. Survivor benefit. My wife always says nobody gets out of here alive. How true is that? They might spiritually, but not physically. Dave's benefits $2,000. Amy's benefits $1,200. Who dies first? Normally the guy or the gal. Not fair. Not fair. But 75% of the time the guy dies first. So Amy, the living survivor, has an option of the marriage. She can't take both benefits at the same time. She can take one or the other. She can take hers and don't take the 2,000. She can drop hers to take the 2,000, which is the smart thing to do. She gets $800 extra dollars. She jumps up to that benefit. Now, here's what's pretty cool too. You can go in and take the widow's benefit as early as age 62. It's a 28.5% discount. You can take that benefit and let yours grow and grow and grow and grow and grow all the way up to 70, and then turn yours on hopefully at a much higher rate. That's pretty cool. You can also take your benefit and let the widow's benefit grow up to full retirement age. Doesn't earn delayed retirement credits, but you can do that if it's going to be bigger. Most people just don't get it when it comes to Social Security claiming. They let tons of benefits just slide and stay on the table. Divorce spouse benefits left on the table all the time. You can claim, remember that was one of the questions that we had for the quiz questions. You or two of them. You can claim your ex as if you're still married to him, so then you can file as a spousal unit. Marriage lasted 10 years or more continuously. You're currently unmarried. Doesn't make a difference on your ex. And they don't need to know a thing about this. If you take a benefit, it doesn't affect them in any way. No way. Your ex is at least 62 and the divorce was more than 2 years ago. That lines up. Yeah. You can, just like you're married to him, you can double dip on each other. Pretty cool. A lot of people don't do this. They don't take advantage of this benefit. Done automatically? Well, heck no. Have to ask for this one. Questions? Type them on in. Be more than happy to answer those for you. Okay? All right. See if I can get this going here. Lisa Marie, for some reason, we're not moving as she's trying to help me out here a little bit. As you can see, Social Security's got a lot of moving parts, a ton of moving parts. So what happens is that you just gotta, when we're coaching. Thank you, Lisa Marie. When we're coaching, I go through much slower, one-on-one role play, give you attachments. I mean, we do it by phone. You talk with me, no one else. Yeah. So when you start talking about spousal benefits, what we're talking about is um, uh, restricted application. And I'm not going to spend much time on this at all because very few people can really take advantage of this now, because you have to be born before January 2nd of 1954. That puts you at 69 years basically in 5 months. And you can't take it any longer than when you're 70. So you got 7-8 months. That's the length that you could do this. But you have to be at least full retirement age. The spouse has to collect. Once that happens, in this case it's Amy getting 1,000. Dave can let his continue to earn delayed retirement credits and take half of Amy's as a spousal benefit. That $500 is free money. Yeah, so if you had 6 months left, or actually about 7 months left, yeah, about $3,500 you're just giving up if you don't take advantage of that. This is one of the more amazing pieces of information about Social Security, and I mentioned this before, but what Social Security can and cannot do when people come in, they can't give advice. We do. That's what sets us up so well. They can't. How wild is that? So they come in, They want advice, can't do it. I need my benefit of what it's going to be at 66. They can do that. They can give your highest benefit at a certain age. This comes right from their operational manual. It's called the Program Operational Manual System, POMS. Look at D there for the employees of Social Security. Provide enough information so that claimants can make informed choices, but do not give advice. We give advice. Say Social Security is powerful, powerful. I think those are all important. Here's things to remember. It's not a standalone income stream. I'm going to talk about the 5 pillars of income next slide. And I actually go in and I do my fact finding off of that. It's the most flexible of all income streams because you can turn it on when you want to. Claiming at your right time is paramount, not the right time or a right time. And don't forget about the survivor's benefit. Yeah. My dad died at 82 and my mom's 99 and she's help living off of my dad's survivor benefit. It pays until she dies. My mom, 99 and going strong. Going strong. There's the 5 pillars: wages, full and part time, pensions if you're lucky enough to have one, income producing assets. We get all of their investments: 401ks, 403bs, thrift savings plans, savings, bank money, CDs, IRAs, Roth IRAs, real estate. I mean, anything that's income producing as an asset is concerned. Yeah, we get it. And then from there, we're looking at ways to go in and help them financially with working with some of those assets. RMDs is now age 73. That is incorrect at 73 by the Secure Act 2.0. It's how Social Security goes in and complements the rest of those income streams. I mean, I think that's extremely important. If you have any questions whatsoever, yeah, absolutely. Just type them in. We'll be more than happy to answer those for you, okay? This is the trickiest thing here, Lisa Marie. I'm having trouble forwarding. Thank you. I'll let you do it from now on. So when to claim? Oh, there's all kinds of benefits. There's just so much to consider because of 2,700 rules. It's complicated. Next slide. Remember, there's 3 ways. And again, when I go through it like on a public webinar like this, you're thinking, oh my gosh, there's so much to learn. But there's a book, I call it the Bible of Social Security. It's a great book. I read it every January. I've done it for 11 years now. About 11 years ago, and I still read. They have one upgraded edition since when I started, like 2016, I think is the upgraded edition. But through seminar marketing, it's paid for. 3 coaching sessions by IAMS, the FMO. Retirement Boss Radio, 3 coaching sessions by IAMS. 4 Social Security questions. Yeah, you pay $800 and you get coached up, learned up. As we say in the backwoods of Nebraska, you're going to get learned up behind the shed. Yeah, on Social Security claiming. And I tell you what, once you know it, once you understand it, once you put it in application, truly is a moneymaker. There's no saying it says procrastination is my sin. It brings me constant sorrow. I really shouldn't practice it. Perhaps I'll stop. Well, tomorrow never comes. I will tell you what, I had a Social Security seminar 2 weeks ago. I had one last night. I have one tomorrow. I've got, and this was, I mean, I got 2 more next week. I mean, I'm sure I'll have 35 appointments out of that marketing. Will I do business with half? No. But I'm going to get about 40% of those. I bet I get appointments on. I bet I have 15 appointments. Maybe, to go to second appointment for money. I should get 35, 40 appointments out of that. That's busy. That's all. I mean, that's productive. And I'm basically just mining for gold out of the river. Bunch of rock, bunch of debris, bunch of branches, wood in there, and I'm taking it through the gold panning and finding the gold nuggets are the clients I'm working with. But don't procrastinate. People don't come to me and say, "Gosh, Dave, you can't believe how much I've made, how rich I've gotten from procrastinating." I mean, people who take action, they are the most successful. Take action. And Lisa Marie, I want to have you go to the next slide, and that's our slide where you can sign up for an appointment. And on this appointment, if you mark yes, what'll happen is that Lisa Marie on the line, she was the host today. She will call you, and she's got my calendar, and we just go in and get a good time. I'm talking about 15, 20 minutes. This is not a long and in-depth conversation. So if you want more information on coaching, just mark yes. Um, and believe me, this is low key, but it will be me. And I always normally just ask you what you want to cover, what's important to you, and then we go from there. And sometimes there's a fit, and sometimes there isn't. But I coach people. This is different than a mentor. You know what a mentor does? A mentor is extremely good at what he does, and then he gets like little like lemmings just to watch him do it. And he wants them. You're supposed to mimic the way he does it. Well, he might be a superstar, but doing, replicating that might be really a tough thing to do. It's a little different with me. I'm kind of franchising out the sales process or the seminar process or the Retirement Boss Radio process or the Social Security process. I want everybody, as many people can learn that as they possibly can to help them in the business. And help them how? Help them make more money. I mean, the bottom line, we're not Santa Claus. I mean, we have to make a living to support our family. But if you want some information, you want to talk to me, Mark, yes, be more than happy to give you every bit of insight that I have to help your situation. Lisa Marie, I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to you and see if there's any questions, and then we're going to go ahead and button this session up for the day.
Yeah, Dave, we have a couple of questions here. The
Okay.
first question that came through today was asking if you have to have special licensure, specifically a securities license, in order to be able to talk with people about Social Security.
Not at all. Nope, you don't. It's not a security. Social Security it's a social program. Social insurance is what it is. Don't have to have an insurance license. Don't have to have. I do. And most people on this line is going to either have an insurance license or some kind of a securities wealth management license. That's very common, but you don't have to. And the next thing is that you don't need to really have any designates either. So I'm not designated. I mean, there's 3 or 4 companies out there that give designates for Social Security. You pay $1,000 and you get it. You pay $2,500 and you get it. I mean, you got some studying and tests to take, but I don't. Might I get it sometime? I might sometime. Might be nice to have that on my card, you know. But do you need that? No. You're going to learn. I'm going to tell you, and not pounding my chest beat, but I've been told multiple times. People have taken the test outside and they've been through the coaching with me, that they learned much more from the coaching with myself than they ever got of taking that face-to-face class or online class, with one of those designate companies. So no, you don't, but you don't need to, but not at all.
We have a nice group here, with a lot of good questions. The next one is asked why you're in favor of raising the retirement age or the age for Social Security. Their
Yep.
stance was that people earning under 140,000 pay a higher percentage of their income. So
Yep.
asking why shouldn't everyone
Yep.
just pay 6%?
Yep. Well, everybody does. Everybody pays 6.2. Everybody. But if you're making, this caps out. You pay up to 160,200. It caps out. So percentage wise, lower income people make more percentage money than the higher income people when it comes to Social Security. That doesn't bother me. I mean, I'm fortunate to make what I make. I'm fortunate that I'm in an industry that, excuse me, allows us to make. What happens is, so I would ask this person, would they rather have, because the trust fund's going to run out of money in about 11 and a half years. And then there'd only be about 80 cents on the dollar would be paid out. Anywhere from 77 cents to 80 cents on the dollar is paid out. So there's two things you can do Social Security to raise more money. You can go in and tax more. And some people are in favor of that. I'm not. I think Americans are overtaxed already, the ones who do pay taxes. Or you can raise the retirement age. And I would say raise the retirement age, but I wouldn't raise it on anyone who's over 50. Lisa Marie, you're not over 50, are you?
Not yet.
So
Getting there.
yeah, sorry. I am all for increasing your retirement age. because I'll tell you what, a ton of people who are young, like my kids are smart. My son runs our Medicare shop, Sam. My daughter Liz is in Chicago and's got a very good marketing job with an engineering firm. Been there for 10, 11 years. If you ask them if Social Security is going to be around, what do you think they say, Lisa Marie? For them, what
They
do you think
think
they
that
say?
they think that you won't get it at all.
That's exactly right. I thought that when I was young. My dad told me, electrical engineer, owned a car dealership, but he told me you better put money away, which is a good idea because Social Security is never going to be there. Well, here I am 45 years later, and it's here. Well, what happens is, what difference if we raise their full retirement age? Because they don't think it's going to be there anyway. So who cares if full retirement age is 67 or 70? Look at this. Full retirement age back 87 years ago was 65. Full retirement age now is the highest one is 67. It's gone up 2 years. What about the average age of a person? How much has that gone up? 18 years. Actually, it's close to 20 if you take away COVID and fentanyl. That's wild, isn't it? You gain almost a year and a half to 2 more years of life. So that's why I said I'm in favor of raising the age much more than I am. But don't mess with me. Don't mess with mine. Don't mess with someone who's 50 and over. But everyone else, they don't think it's going to be there anyway. Go ahead and raise them up. People are living longer. That's the reason I say that.
We have another technical question here.
Okay?
They ask if the client can change their mind at any age between 62 and 69 for 1 year, as long as they pay back what they received during the year.
No, that's incorrect. You can go in. It's called a withdrawal, and you can change your mind one time within the first 365 days that you receive the check. So it's called a withdrawal. You have to pay everything back, and you can start over like it never happened. You can do it once, but it has to be within when you collect it. Has to be within that first year after collection.
Yeah, we have only one more question that was asked very early
Okay.
on, and I think you answered it as you went on, is how you position yourself as that Social Security expert once you have all the knowledge.
Yeah. So yeah, when I do a seminar, remember this: you can have the most knowledge in the world, know everything about, but if you're not in front of people, you're going to make the same exact amount of money as someone who doesn't know a thing. You're just an educated Social Security idiot. That's all you are. I mean, you're not getting in front. That's why marketing is key. That's why I keep on saying this, but 2 weeks ago I got 16 appointments. Last night I got 7 appointments. I'll probably get 4 or 5 appointments tonight. Next week I'll probably get 12, 13 appointments. I got so many darn appointments. Well, a lady today was for a third appointment. She had a death in the family and it's been delayed some, but she said, "When's the first Tuesday at 5 o'clock? Can I get in?" It was March 6th. Excuse me, May 16th. That was the first time that I could go in and actually see her and her husband because I'm just packed up with appointments. This business this business isn't so much about revenue. It's about how many appointments you have because that will lead to revenue. That's how I keep the pressure off of myself. It's a bit of a pay to play. So you know what? Just think about it. If I pay just shy of $3,000, 2,950, I got to go on in basically do a $50,000 piece of fixed indexed annuity at 6% to pay for the hard costs for that seminar. We do them at libraries. So tell me the question one more. Oh, yeah, you got to market. Tell me the question one more time, Lisa Marie.
It was once you have learned about Social Security, how you position yourself as that expert to help people.
Yeah, I just let people know that very few advisors, insurance agents, brokers, advisors really understand Social Security. They just know the one peel down on the onion. But you're talking with someone like myself, and I show what the Social Security Administration can and cannot do, and what Dave Pipper with Social Security can and cannot do. Let me tell you this too. If you go in and coach with me, and you're at a say one, you know very little about Social Security, 10, you know it all. You're not going to go. Say you're at a 3. You're not going to go from a 3 to a 9 with my coaching. You're going to go from a 3 to about a 6. you're going to more than double your knowledge. But then from there, it's getting in front of people. I mean, every single person who I talk to that has a strand of gray hair, I say, hey, have you thought about Social Security? Do you have any questions on Social Security? Do you think it's going to be around? I engage a conversation because very few advisors can do that. I've always been pretty well versed, Lisa Marie. I mean, I've always done a lot of industry reading, but if you'd have talked to me 11 years ago, I virtually knew nothing about Social Security. Nothing. And there's so many of my clients and prospects were asking me. I mean, I said, I'm just going to go learn it. And what having a coach like myself and working with you and coaching you, tell you right now, um, I think you'll be very, very pleased with the outcome from a financial standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, so those who have not voted in the poll on, we're going to be closing it down here. Don't be afraid to say no. You could say no or say yes, whatever you like. We just like to get an idea of what people are interested in. We can always send some information, get some information over to you. If you are interested, I can reach out. Um, Mike says thanks for your time, Dave, and we all appreciate you. So thanks for coming on.
Oh, you
Um,
bet.
Absolutely. So as we'll see you again next time.
Yeah, hey, thank you, everybody. And you know what? Have a great rest of your week. We got Annuity Academy coming on up, and there may be some people that are going to this academy. I know it's full, but we got another academy coming up in Omaha in June. So if you haven't been to an Annuity Academy with IAMS, I will tell you right now, it's a pretty cool thing. I mean, they have a lot of great ideas of how to market your practice. So for Lisa Marie and Dave Pemper, thank you very much for the time you spent today, and we'll catch you on the other end.
Sounds good.
Bye
Thank
now.
you again. Bye-bye.